was singing a
Kevin.
song that I...
Kev, anything.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a shame Biggsy's not here this evening because we've got another man all the way from up to north. Please welcome, all the way from Yorkshire, I do believe,
Yes.
Kev, ladies and gents. Woohoo!
Thank you. Thanks. I've travelled down with my family today, down to the Isle of Wight. I'll tell you what I like about the Isle of Wight, and I can make a comparison with Yorkshire. People who live here, or belong here, they're really proud to be from the Isle of Wight, as most Yorkshire people are proud to be Yorkshire people. Yep. Yeah. Now, this first one, as a Yorkshireman, I am, of course, an incurable romantic. And this first one is a Yorkshire love story. Moonlight becomes there. That first caught my eye when I spied it on the farm, broad across beam and power at arms. They shovel the horsemuck and swilled out yon sty, curdling milk with a withering eye. I works all day from morning till night, heaving and sweating it pale moonlight, driving in fence posts, digging up land, slopping out sluices with just the bare hands. Now there's naught I'd like more than for us to walk out. So wash off your wellies and don't fuck about. That looks fair to middling. I've been out with worse. So put on your best frock and pick up that purse. Thank you. Now, coming from Bradford, we get quite a lot of bad press. People make a lot of fun of Bradford. And I've written this next one as a kind of caricature, tried to make more of it, tried to make it sound worse than it actually is. And I wrote this in line, it was my birthday, so this is an invitation to Bradford. Oh, is that fine? Yeah. Okay. Right, this is an invitation to Bradford. I'm making some plans for next week or whenever. I'm arranging a bit of a get-together. And you're welcome to join us in Bradford, no less. I'll give you directions to find the address. You drive straight past the slag heaps near the open cast mine by the nuclear waste dump and the disused railway line. You keep pressing on past the open prison and quickly slip by the Jimmy Savile Museum. And if you've not been to Bradford before, there's plenty more to enjoy and explore. You bear left at the slaughterhouse. You've come to no harm by the industrial estate and the sewage farm. Keep pressing on along Old Gasworks Lane. Turn right by the statue of Saddam Hussein. And make no mistake, you'll know you've arrived when you see an old mattress thrown out on a drive. There's a pit bull terrier guarding the door. Oh, when you step on the carpet, you stick to the floor. But you soon get used to that terrible smell. Do you know, I know that this party's sure to go well. Smart but casual, the dress code for the night. I hope you can make it and find us all right. Oh, you can come with a friend. That's one thing you can do. But please make sure it's not Prince fucking Andrew. Thank you. Now, anyone who's worked within a large organisation will perhaps relate to this. And I use a pack of huskies as a metaphor for the corporate ladder. On a sled ride, only the lead husky has a pleasant view. Now, it's taken as read that all of the others, including the few on the sled, are frantically fulfilling their own roles or doggedly dodging arseholes. Likewise, in the hierarchy of any large organisation, there's always a top dog up front with high aspirations, barking his orders, blazing a trail. Underdogs follow, chasing his tail. Tied into the system, swept along in his wake, but he's ready to pounce should he make a mistake. He's sure to pick up on the smallest of errors. It's the one thing you dread in his regime of terror. He cracks the whip and lays down the law. It's not the trip you were hoping for. The pressure is mounting, becoming intense. There's no way you can sit on the fence. You're kept in place by the harness and straps, nodding your head and begging for scraps. You're driven along not knowing where to. It's never enough, whatever you do. You're pulling your weight and keeping pace. The one straight ahead has got his butt in your face. It's dog eat dog in this cannibal farce. One right behind, yeah, he's sniffing your ass. There's a pecking order you have to uphold. If you don't conform, you're left out in the cold. The lines may be blurred between servant and master. Step over the mark, could be a disaster. So you run with the pack in this treacherous race. You stab in the back with a smile on your face. You keep your friends close as you go for the kill. You keep your enemies closer still. You stood right behind them through thick and thin. Nowhere better when the knife goes in. But there is one thing if you're at the back. Only you can see all the small cracks. It's not the best place that you've ever been. And what would you give to wipe the slate clean? Slipping the leash would give you some slack. But the following day, you're back in the pack. Thank you. Now, yeah, this next one, I was inspired to write this after reading my Woman's Weekly. Yeah, this is problem solved. The problem page have hired a man, and this agony uncle does the best that he can. Well, a woman drove off to work one morning, but her car broke down without any warning. She walked back home to her husband once more, but caught him in bed with a girl from next door. Oh, agony uncle, I'm in despair. I can't believe this is something more than I can possibly bear. I can't believe that this thing is true. Can you please advise me? What should I do? Now, this is quite common, or so I'm told, but the situation can soon be resolved. If your car breaks down and comes to a halt, it could be a lack of fuel or an electrical fault. My best advice, if it happened to me, I'd think about joining the RAC. Thank you. And this is unlucky in love. I am a man of constant sorrow, searching for a bright tomorrow. If you spare me some time, I'll tell a sad tale, how my labours of love have been destined to fail. My first wife ran off with my very best friend, and I don't half miss him, and I will till the end. The milkman ran off with my second-day wife. Watching them drive away, it was the worst 3/4 of an hour of my life. My present wife said she'd had an affair. The pain and the sadness are much too hard to bear. It's gone on for years and I'm losing sleep. Well, she told me their tune was Chirpy Cheep Cheep. And as for my darling, dear little sister, I wrote her a note to say how I missed her. She said she missed me, but it's not what you think. When she pointed the gun, she started to blink. She said that I moved and she took dead sense aim, but missed us the same. She said that I moved and I was to blame. And as for my kids, whenever we meet, they said they prefer living rough on the streets. They say I'd never been much of a dad. In fact, the worst one that they'd ever had. It feels I'm reaching for the stars high above. Time passes slowly when you're searching for love. Thank you. Now this next one, I'm thinking about sending this to the BBC if they might make a series for it. This is, you're a celebrity and I fucking hate you. Don't make me laugh, I can't do it. I said that to Jill. You're looking good and so you should. You've had the breaks, for goodness sake. You've got the flair, you've got the hair, you make the noise, you've got the poise. You've got your views to make your news. You're this month's fad with your fancy pad. It's got a bar, it's got a pool, you've got your car, you look so cool. You've got your minders looking on, you've got your villa in the sun. You've everything, and that's a fact. But you cannot sing, you cannot act. You cannot read, you cannot write, and yet somehow you've hit the heights. You cannot hear, you cannot see. All you know is me, me, me. You cannot think, you cannot talk. You have not mastered knife and fork. You have not learned to sit in chairs. You have not learned to love and care. Except of course, just for yourself, and give a shite for anyone else. It's a wonder you can feed yourself, or pick a book up from a shelf, or know the value of your wealth, or count the cost of your rise to fame and what you've lost as a household name. Things won't be the same again. Will you know me if we meet, if you pass me on the street, wallowing in your own conceit? Ah, what a gifted God to give us, to see ourselves as others see us. Thank you. Now, somebody asked me if I could have any job I wanted, doesn't matter whether I'm qualified about the money or anything, what job would you really like to do? And this is the job in hand. There is one job that I think about. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'd like to be the ringer out for a one-armed window cleaner. How can he manage on his own without a helping hand? Why is he working all alone when I could be the man? It's not a proper job as such, but we would make a good team. And though it wouldn't pay so much, we'd get the windows clean. I see him almost every day. He's working hard, and yet his round is up and down our way. But his leather's far too wet. It's much too hard with just one hand, I hope you will agree. I'll speak to him, no, I'll demand that he looks at my CV. How can you ask me again? It only brings me sorrow. The same things I would want today, I'll want again tomorrow. Thank you. I'm going to finish now with one. I have to get into character for this last one. And it's another Yorkshire poem. Now, I should be warm enough with this on. And yeah, well, as you know, everybody in Yorkshire, we still all wear tank tops. And of course, we never go anywhere without the cloth cap. So I was at an open mic event and they were doing this rap poetry. And the lad that did it was fantastic. But what I did notice was most of his audience were quite young. So I thought, well, why can't an old fart like me become a rapper? And this is the cloth cap rap. Have you heard the latest thing going down, sung by the oldest swinger in town? It's the cloth cap rap, the cloth cap rap. Snapping my fingers and keeping in time, chanting the words to the rhythm and the rhyme. Don't know if it's rap, don't know if it's hip-hop. It goes on non-stop. I never stay in one spot. No problem now, since my long-awaited hip-hop. All the oldies listening tell me that it's tip-top. All the young'uns thinking that I sound like a crackpot. Wearing my cloth cap, pulling on my tank top. I'm bouncing round in flip-flops, dancing the foxtrot. I'm cruising in my soft top, wipe away dewdrop, looking like a sex pot, searching for a hot spot. I'm warming up my teapot, I call at the chip shop. I'll try and tell your fortune with the tea leaves in your teacup. It's the cloth cap rap, the cloth cap rap. Well, I'm sitting with my coat on, the heating's off. It's getting cold, I'm starting with a bad cough. I'm looking rougher, so I'm told. Got my scarf and gloves on. You feel it when you're getting old. Watching the TV, drinking my cocoa. You know, it makes me want to pee. It's always a no-no. So I wander off and into town wearing my dressing gown. It's the highlight of the week and I'm feeling the tension. I'm queuing at the post office picking up my pension. Life is good. Well, on the whole, sex and drugs and sausage rolls. It's the cloth cap rap, the cloth cap rap. Well, I'm sucking on a polo, acting like a renegade. I'm tired of going solo. I want someone to serenade. I'm looking for adventure, out with the lasses, fixing my dentures, cleaning my glasses. I'm chatting up a barmaid, just in my hearing it. She's putting up a barricade. She's not that easy to persuade. So I took a coach trip to the lakes. I bought some Kendal mint cake. I fed the ducks. I stayed awake. I had a toasted tea cake. Tea and scone, slice of cake. Gaviscon, bellyache. That driver's getting irate. He's getting in a right state. Get back on coach for Pete's sake. Every time we come up here, there's always one that makes us late. It's the cloth cap rap, the cloth cap rap. Well, I was standing in the library reading the tabloids. Tell the librarian, it's 'cause I'm suffering with hemorrhoids. Here's what she says to me. Call at the pharmacy, but I think I'll go to A&E. I'll get the ointment there for free. Well, I'm flirting with the piles nurse. You've got to imagine that as I'm being examined. I'm flirting with the piles. She tells me, they're getting worse. I want to ask her for a date. She says, I need to concentrate. I'm pulling on the glove, mate. Lift up the gown and bend down. I need to check your prostate. I got the thumbs up at any rate. It's a cloth cap round. A cloth cap round. Well, I've snapped my fingers and I've kept in time. I've chanted the words to the rhythm and the rhyme. I've ranted and raved. I'm no longer in my prime. With one foot in the grave, I'm on borrowed time. I'm feeling my age. And it's way past my bedtime. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the amazing Kev.
Thank you.
I think you might need to, mate.